Martial Art Swap Chat. I'm your host, Master Zang, and hey guys, today's guest, I'm excited about this. We have experienced martial artist, black belt in Tang Soo, Ben McCandless. I'm really pumped about this show. Hey, Mr. McCandless, thanks so much for coming on the show.
It's my pleasure.
Hey, on this show, we're going to be doing, we're going to learn a little bit about Ben McCandless. He's also going to basically show us the move of the day. And then we have a really fun kimchi challenge. It was his suggestion.
I'm looking forward to it.
We'll keep it a surprise.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, definitely.
So, Ben McCandless, he actually can't see.
I actually appreciate you using that term, I can't see. Because blind, I don't like the word blind, or visually impaired, because it makes me a stereotype, and I don't like to be a stereotype. I am not your everyday typical blind person. You know, I've done many things in my lifetime. When my wife and I first started dating, actually, she found me at a friend's house dropping in a 6-foot half-pipe on rollerblades.
Oh, get out of here.
Completely blind, you know?
Wow.
Blind. I used the word, oh no.
He used it, I didn't say it.
So yeah, without sight, you know?
Right.
I would do it on rollerblades and skateboard, actually.
Can you tell us a little bit about your martial art journey?
Yes. So I started about 21 years ago. I've always been interested in martial arts since I was a little kid. You know, for Halloween every year I was the ninja, you know. But my parents, they just couldn't afford to put me in classes. When I was in 8th grade, I was jumped by 9 guys, and they beat me up pretty bad. And you know, some kids, luckily, you know, some kids came by, found me laying in the bushes, kind of semi-conscious and stuff. And from that point on, I was like, you know, either my parents are going to do something about this, or, you know, I got to find something else, you know. So I taught myself how to use nunchucks and, you know, things like that, so that, you know, if I got into that situation again, I could protect myself. And it wasn't actually until later in life, you know, when I was old enough to make decisions for myself, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna take control, and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna find somewhere that's gonna be willing to teach me martial arts regardless of my sight or lack thereof. A couple of years later, my wife and I, we got together, and she actually paid for me to start at an Okinawan school. It was in the United States. It was in Florida.
What is it called? Or what was the style called?
It was Okinawan History Karate.
Okay.
So I learned karate there for quite a while. I got my purple belt, and then we moved away. And I had to find something different, you know, and it actually took me quite a while. It was at least another 2 years. I moved up here to Pennsylvania. There was a guy at my church who wanted to start like a club, you know, kind of thing, martial arts thing, and he taught Taekwondo. And yeah, I think he actually learned from you.
Who is that?
Don Tedrow.
Don Tedrow. We got to give a shout out to Don Tedrow. Don Tedrow is awesome.
So he started it, but his job actually pulled him away. From teaching, but before that, before it pulled him away completely, he kind of partnered up with a guy, Travis Squires, who taught Southern Hungar Kung Fu. So I did that for 2 years.
Nice.
And
what is like Southern Hungar Kung Fu? Can you just explain a little bit?
So he taught both Northern Shaolin and Southern Hungar. So Northern Shaolin is more of the stylized kicks, like butterfly kick and you know, things like that. Southern Hungar was more about like the rock steady horse stances and being in close and you know, like close combat.
Which you probably love, right?
I loved that, yes. That's why I did the Southern Hungar over the Northern Shaolin. Not that I didn't want to learn how to do backflip butterfly kicks and stuff like that, but
just trying to do the self-defense aspect.
Right, exactly.
Not trying to entertain people.
Exactly. River Valley had their doors open.
Nice.
And they were having a test, a GUP test. GUP is for color belts.
And who's the master there?
Master Scott Homeshek.
Which I actually got to meet.
Yes.
And he's phenomenal. I could tell he's a great master.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
Tang
he
Soo,
is
so
phenomenal.
We got to give him a shout out. What's the name of his school?
Master Scott C. Holmschek. He is at River Valley Tang Soo Academy in Ambridge.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I've been there for about 9 years now, and that's where I got my black belt.
What was it like getting that black belt finally? For all, like, usually if you do martial arts in any system, like 10 years, little over 10 years and more, you could get your master level, right?
Right.
And I know you're doing different styles, and they have their own approach, you know? But it had to be so gratifying to get your black belt finally, right? Like another goal that you accomplished.
Yeah, well, yeah, and you know, my wife and I were just talking about that today, is about goals and you know, things that I've accomplished, and my black belt being one of them. And it was exhilarating for me. You know, they say the only two belts that you remember is your first, you know, your first promotion and your first degree black belt.
Right.
Those are the most memorable, and I have to say I tend to agree with that. I am the first non-cited black belt in the World Tang Soo Association. I am learning shiatsu, which is, as you know, it's a Japanese way of healing through finger pressure. It's very similar to acupuncture, but we don't use needles. We use our hands and our feet and our fingers and our knees and elbows and different, you know, parts of our body to manipulate and stretch and work the different meridians or channels in the client's body to help promote healing.
And anything else other than?
Yeah, I'm actually I'm a published author.
Nice.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's a bonus. I didn't even know that.
That is a bonus. Yes.
Because I would have been here going, we have an author.
Yeah, there you
our
go.
First author on Martial Arts Swap Chat. So what can you tell us a little bit about your work?
Yeah, sure. I published my first novel in beginning of 2017. It's a novel that I've been working on for a long time, trying to work out all the details and stuff. But it's about a blind guy,
or a person that can't see.
Well, yeah, but in this case, you know, that's
right,
okay.
Yeah, okay.
I am not talking about myself. So,
okay.
So it's okay. Right, exactly. So it's okay.
Well, it's a character, right?
Yeah, it's a character. It's a character in the book, and yes, he can't see, and he trains in martial arts. And his wife, as a gift, she presents him with a broadsword. And this broadsword was forged in another world.
Wow.
Forged by a wizard with the breath of a dragon. And it allows...
How does she afford this sword?
Yeah, right? She buys it off a little old man who later she can't find. So she gives him the sword, and this sword, it feeds off of his dreams, and that's how it gains power. And then he is able to, and it also develops a telepathic relationship with the main character.
Wow.
So he uses this sword to open a portal from this world to the world where the sword was created. And when he steps through, the sword gives him his dreams. He allows him in this other world to see.
That's awesome, man.
So he has to use his martial arts skills and his leadership skills to help the people of that world fight back tyranny and oppression. And
so he has sight in this other world?
Yes, so he can see. So that's another thing.
Does he not want to go back? Like, is it...
Well, see, okay, so
But his wife is back. Oh, you gotta get the book.
I won't tell you the end of the book.
Okay.
But I will tell you that at the end of the book, he has a decision to make.
Ooh.
He has a choice between two loves. He can either stay in a world that he's always dreamed of, where he can see, or return to his own world for his love of his wife and his daughter, where he live, you know, and live his life in darkness.
And I guess on the book you said something interesting. It doesn't say Ben McCandless on it.
No, I use a pen name.
So what's your pen name?
My pen name is Alexander Bentley.
maybe we should get like a copy of your book and give it away as like a prize or something.
Yeah, we could do that.
And maybe, I don't know, do you have, maybe, would you like the viewers to maybe comment? Like, maybe we could say, hey, give me a good example of one of those virtues, and the one you pick will get that book or something.
All right,
do you like that?
That's cool, yeah.
Swap Chatters, if you want an autographed copy of the book by Alexander Bentley.
That's right.
Yes. What do they need to do? They need to comment what?
They need to comment the most creative...
like meaning or
meaning,
definition?
Yeah, definition of what honor means to you.
What does honor mean to you? If you're the most creative, the pen name, can I call you Alexander Bentley? That sounds cool, man. I feel like saying the lifestyles
you can call
of
me
rich and
anything
famous,
you want.
Alexander Bentley. No, you know, he'll get to pick. He will pick the winner, and yeah, we'll put it on the show. That'd be cool. I appreciate if you did that.
Yeah,
Thank
no
you.
problem.
Awesome. So I could talk to Mr. McCandless. Not that we have like names, multiple names here.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Ben McCandless. I could talk to him for a long time. I mean, as soon as I met him, I knew he was someone special. Like, I just instantly felt his kindness and passion, you know, in martial arts and life.
Yes, sir.
And I was like, we gotta get him on the show. So we finally made it happen. He's gonna next teach us the move of the day. It's gonna be awesome.
The move of the day.
You ready to teach us the move of the day?
I am. Yes, sir.
Awesome.